that was a great piece of PTFO gameplay right there. And that's what Battlefield's all about. It makes me feel like a man. So we're looking at some Battlefield 3 Recon gameplay today, and I'm rocking the M40 looking boomstick over here. By far one of my favorite weapons in the Recon class, along with the M98B. And I know a lot of people prefer the SV98 because of the higher fire rate, but I just can't get used to the bullet drop on that weapon. I do fine with it on medium range situations, but I just can't seem to hit anyone at those longer ranges. But one of the disadvantages with the M40 boomstick is that the gun has a big ass scope that takes quite a bit of your screen. So when I have to move a lot, or or I'm not always running with my sniper rifle, I just usually run with the pistol, so that my scope doesn't hinder me from seeing any enemies, because that really is a big ass scope. And I've had like numerous occasions where I was crossing a street, or I was moving into a building, and I just didn't see one guy hiding behind a corner, and I got killed because my scope was in the way. So yeah, put a smaller scope on it, or yeah, just run with your pistol. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Well, I'm going to give you guys, all of you new PC gamers out there, I'm going to give you guys some really good tips that I think are going to help you guys a lot. And I know this because, or I think this, because they really helped me improve my PC gameplay. Now, these are some really basic tips, and they're aimed at people who are totally new to PC gaming. Because I know a lot of people are looking into getting a new PC, or buying or putting together a gaming PC, especially for the upcoming Battlefield 4, and I transitioned recently also. And I know I keep reminding you guys of the fact that I'm also pretty new to PC gaming, but you know, I got new subs and new people coming to my channel that don't know this, so yeah, I'm gonna keep repeating myself until my channel gets a little bit bigger, and I got this community that I can communicate with. So yeah, leave comments. And I consider myself to be already amongst the average skilled PC players. I don't know if it's arrogant or not. I'm only been gaming for like 3, maybe 4 months. And I'm maybe even slightly above that. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But I've been gaming for over 15 years on the consoles before I switched to PC. So maybe that's why. And I'm also 21, so yeah, that's a pretty long time for me. The first thing you need to do when you're getting into a game like Battlefield 3, you really need to get used to the controls in Team Deathmatch. I think that's the best game mode to get used to the controls in a fast-paced gunplay, and just get a feel of how the guns handle, and really take advantage of the fast-paced gunplay on Team Deathmatch, and sort of learn yourself to take cover and learn to quickly maneuver over and around objects. I think that's the best way. I think that's a fantastic way to sort of familiarize yourself with all of the controls and the keys. Now, let's talk a little bit about the best weapon to sort of get used to the game. Now, of course, when you start the game, you get the I believe it's the AK-74. Well, it's an AK weapon, and you get the the good old M16. It's not really as good as it was before, so you know, people are not gonna bitch at you because you're using an OP weapon, but it's still one of the best weapons. And of course, the M416, which you unlock at a pretty early level. So I really would recommend these 3 guns. Of course, the M416 and the M16A3 are going to be the better ones, but the AK is pretty good too. It's actually better at range. I do perform better at range with the AK, but yeah, pick one of those weapons. They got really steady recoil. They got a decent rate of fire, especially the AK. When you combine it with a heavy barrel, it sort of increases the fire rate a little bit. It's nothing really too significant, but it does increase the fire rate a little bit. And when you're using M16A3, I would suggest using the foregrip with the heavy barrel combo. It really does make your shots more accurate than using the attachments separately. And as a beginner, it would be really useful to use your mouse buttons as much as possible at first, because you're going to be swamped with all those keys on your keyboard, and you really don't want to be thinking like me. At first, I started to play with the arrows, but I'm like, in Battlefield 3, you got a lot of shit to do. You got to throw ammo packs, you got to get into vehicles, get out, you got to switch seats and stuff like that. So you're going to be using a lot of keys. And at first, I was playing with the arrows, but as many of you know, you don't really got a lot of keys around your arrow keys. So right now, I've been playing for like a month. I've been playing with the traditional Z, Q, S, D keys. I think those are the right ones. Yeah, yep. I just looked at my keyboard. So yeah, now I play with these, and you know, like when I gotta reload and get into a vehicle or get out, you know, I gotta do a whole lot of stuff. Like I gotta revive my my teammates and stuff like that. It's really, it takes a lot of thinking away when I can just use my mouse buttons and use it to either reload or bring out the medipack or bring out the defibrillators to revive my teammates. So yeah, if you got a good gaming mouse with a lot of buttons on it, I wouldn't really use like the MMO RPG mouses with like 20 buttons on it. But if you're looking to get a gaming mouse, I would at least get 4 mouse buttons on it, because it's really helpful, even for spotting. I use one of my mouse buttons for spotting, and it's fantastic. You know, it just takes some of the stress away that you have on your keyboard. And these tips really they're really useful, especially for the beginner players. They really help me out. They really help some of my my buddies out, and I hope in the end they will help you guys out. So we're almost at the end of the video. I hope you guys got something out of it and enjoyed this wonderful commentary, of course. And of course, don't forget to leave a nice rating. If you did, it really does help out my channel. And if you're interested in more tips on Battlefield 3 or any other game that I might be enjoying, be sure to stick around and subscribe for that. And as to what's coming up next on my channel, well, I've been playing some Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. It's an amazing game with really awesome sound design, and just everything is amazing about that game. I highly recommend you getting it. It's only 15 bucks on Steam, or euros, whatever your currency is. Just get it. It's an amazing game. There's also an interesting rant coming up about the whole rivalry thing between the Battlefield 3 community and the Call of Duty community, so be sure to check that out. It's a really intelligent rant, you know, and I do bring up a lot of good points, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, guys, that's it for me. I'm Dolce, and I'll see you in the next video.